Hi, I'm Ron Paulk, designer of the Ultimate Workbench, Miter Stand, and Crosscut Jig. This video is mostly informational. I receive hundreds of emails asking similar questions, and so to save myself a bit of time, I've decided to put together this video to address most of those questions. There is some new information available here though as well. I get asked a lot when people look at the videos, nice design, do you have plans available? And of course I do, so I wanted to start with that. I do offer plans for the workbench, the miter stand, and the crosscut jig. The latest plan I designed was the crosscut jig, and because the plans have been received well across the globe, I've had many requests for metric. And so when I designed the crosscut jig, I decided that I needed to tackle that issue and learn how to do that on the plans. And so, having learned quite a bit from designing the workbench and the miter stand, I moved forward and I think improved the plan designs with the crosscut jig. So that was released. It was a bi-dimensional, being both metric and imperial together, as well as I reformatted it for 8.5 by 14 or legal size. So with that improved plan, I decided to go back and redo the workbench and the miter stand. It was pretty much a start over, but I thought it was worth the time and energy to do that, to make the plan clearer and also to simplify the ordering process and the shipping process. Then I can simply email the plan to anyone who requests either dimension. In fact, it's not necessary to request the dimension at this point, as the plan is both. So all the plans have been reformatted for that same legal size paper, and they're all bi-dimensional. And additionally, the miter stand has a couple of small changes to it. Functionally, it doesn't change. I just simplified the design a little bit. The workbench plans, again, functionally have not changed. The only difference, again, is the plan format has changed so that you can print it at home on a standard printer, and you can obviously work with it in metric or imperial. There was one addition to the new plan for the workbench, and that was I created a cut list and materials list, which I'd done on the crosscut jig and the miter stand, and had not done it on the first set of plans, which was the workbench. So that is an update to the plan, just again to make it simpler to build. The miter stand, like the workbench, has been redesigned. The plans have been redrawn, I should say. And again, functionally they don't change. The plans are identical. The minor differences are in how I have designed the strap hinges and the spreader strap. In the previous design, I had a fairly complicated slot system to weave the straps. Possibly that's a little bit stronger, and still you can build it that way, but I've thought about that a bit and thought that it's much easier to build this way, so the straps just drape over the top. And then the stop system, when I created the crosscut jig, I needed to, I could use the stop for my miter stand, and I was going to build one for it, and decided that it took a bit of time to build, and so I just looked at the functionality of it and decided that there needed to be a way to simplify it. So the crosscut jig stop was a lot easier to build, and it was just as functional. So I took that design and just added one section to it to make it work with the miter stand. So those are two minor changes just to simplify the build process. The crosscut jig is exactly the same. That's the original plan. It's always been available in the bi-dimensional format, and also set up to print on 8.5 by 14 legal size paper. The couple of other questions that I get are, where do I download them? At this time, I'm not automated. Unfortunately, it takes a bit of time, but how I do it is I send them out individually, PDF format via email, And I do that after the PayPal is completed. So what happens is if you're interested in the plan or any of the plans or any combination of the plans, you just send me an email with your request. I take your email and send you out a PayPal invoice. A few people have not had PayPal accounts, and I've sent out the invoices, and most of them have had no trouble at all. There must be some pretty good steps to follow to create a PayPal account. That's what I use to purchase online. I prefer that giving my account information or my credit card information to a single well-known entity like PayPal, instead of giving it to every vendor that's out there on the internet. So again, you just request the plans that you want. I'll send you out a PayPal. Once that's completed, then I will email you the PDF plans, which you can print on your printer at home. And then finally, the plans are designed for someone with some carpentry skills. I'm assuming knowledge of ripping and cross-cutting and being able to line up and bore holes, and use of a router and router templates. I use router templates extensively in the construction of the accoutrements that I've designed, as well as in my daily business of building and remodeling. These skills are not advanced skills, but they're definitely skills worth having. The router, I think, is one of the most underused tools by carpenters. In fact, I think it's the most versatile saw available to us. So to learn how to do some of those things, YouTube is a great resource. The internet, there's just many places you can find out how to do these kinds of things. And so again, I don't go through detailed steps of how to create a template or how to run a dado or how to create a rabbet. Rather, just show you what's necessary to build the various benches and tools. And then from there, my expectations are that you either have that knowledge or you'll seek out that knowledge. And I do videos other than the ones on the benches that show how I construct cabinets and do different things. And I plan on doing other videos as well. So I think you'll find there's a great resource in YouTube that you can grab onto those things and get your questions answered. So that's it. Hopefully I've answered all the questions that seem to be repeated. And you guys have a great day, and thanks for taking the time to watch.